Welcome, Taurus. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your second quarter reading for 2023. And this is going to cover the months of April, May, and June. I have done a first quarter reading, and I've attached that to a few of the videos that I have created over the past few weeks, and I will probably attach the first quarter reading for your review to this video. So let's get started. Your overall energy for the second quarter is the Five of Wands. And the Five of Wands talks about solving problems, working as part of a team, a committee, a group, a family, a unit, in order to all agree that you're going to be working and learning some things in order to solve this very particular problem. You're going to agree that none of you has the solution individually, but you're going to acknowledge that together, through learning new skills, new information, that this problem will and can be solved. This is competition in the best sense of learning in a way that reflects your abilities and allows you to teach and learn from your peers. So this is a lovely learning laboratory I'm going to call the springtime for you, Taurus. In April, we have the Hierophant, the Four of Wands, and the Justice card. Quite beautiful energy around the lessons that you are learning. And it's interesting that the lessons you're learning in April are lessons that are a part of this process that you have in many ways graduated into. There is this understanding that even those who lead are part of the learning experience, the learning curve. Everyone involved in this opportunity for you to learn and solve a problem, create a plan, organize information for others to use. Whatever the purpose of this project or problem that you're solving together, you are clearly all on an more or less equitable level. And this has been the process of your own maturation and growth, where you have come to learn and value the skills that you have that make you a member of this team of variously skilled people with various levels of education and knowledge and personal experience. You no longer critique your information, judge what you know. You simply validate what you know and are very generous in your ability to receive information and experiences from others. Negotiating that has become something that you are skilled and experienced with because you have a goal in mind. And that goal is to create this cultural, social foundation among your team members and among the community that you're working for, or the family that you're working for, that you're creating a foundation, a cultural foundation, a social and emotional foundation that allows you, each member, to continue to grow. It invites the growth and maturation, the expansion of members and the community overall. So there could be a culminating celebration in April, if not simply your birthday parties, which is valid. Then there is something that that is a reflection of the karma, the energy, the effort, the contribution, the investment you've made in your own skills, your own knowledge, and your own sense of competence. This has been a lot of work coming to you. You have learned to address any unfairnesses that you've experienced by self-examination, gaining the skills that you feel you need to address those problems and situations that are pertinent to your efforts. This feels very work-oriented, but this can be about any kind of a project. It need not be simply employment or a job you do for money, but it can be that certainly. But this is about any kind of organizing you're doing, any kind of effort you're making with teams and peers, that you are creating this beautiful platform for further growth and expansion. There's no fear of growing. There's no fear of sharing resources with others, because you are now looking eagerly towards the future, to recognizing the growth and the opportunities in every situation that you are confronted with. And April looks to be a banner month of a sense of accomplishment for you. In May, we have the High Priestess, we have the Eight of Wands, and we have the Ace of Swords. You're definitely culminating the knowledge and the skills that are a part of the solution to this situation you are learning about. You're preparing. You are expanding your presence throughout a variety of media, and this may be something that is new for you. You're receiving assistance to do this. You're becoming more comfortable and competent with the technology that exists that can be helpful to your product. If it's only research, communication, networking, that is greatly aided by your ability to recognize the usefulness of technology that is still unfamiliar to you, that you have been attempting and integrating into the learning, the organizing that you and your team are doing. So things are beginning to move very quickly in May, and there is an opportunity, some truth, some enlightenment that you receive as the result of this teamwork that you've been involved with. If this is about your family, the growth of your family, the establishment, the maturation of your family, then you are receiving and open to receiving new truths, new information that may be unfamiliar from the past, but you now recognize and own it as your own truth. This is a truth you've earned, you've worked towards, you've sought the skills needed. You're more open to expressing your truth as you're more open to receiving the information and truths of the experiences of others. So this may be leading you in a new direction. There may be an opportunity to engage in some communication, writing, documentation, some effort. It could even be a travel opportunity that is arising now, that you have earned, you have worked towards, and that your confidence, your ability to separate yourself from your feelings is part of the growth that permits this new truth to enter into your life and have an impact on new possibilities, new vistas, new understandings. In June, we have the Eight of Swords, the Nine of Swords, and the Fool card. June feels like a continuation and a wrapping up of some very deep understandings that you have worked very hard at gaining. That this process of working with a team to learn new skills, to develop new opportunities, to organize information for others is really part of what has opened you up to an even deeper look at those failures, heartaches, disappointments that you've experienced. not only are you able to face those, you're able to accept that the suffering that has been caused by many of these disappointments you've experienced were necessary for your growth. They were necessary for you to be able to move even into the new opportunities that are going to be coming to you through the springtime. These are allowing you to truly release old baggage, release an old sense of what you thought you understood, what you thought you knew, perhaps personal and emotional responses, behaviors, words that perpetuated a sense of limitation in your life. You're now recognizing those and recognizing those people and situations that perpetuated that sense that of not respecting your needs, your desires. You've released that, and this a final and very deep emotional release of an old way of understanding, accepting the gifts of the painful lessons that you've learned, is really putting you on this new empowered path, this new sense of being capable of doing anything that you now want, seeking a challenge, because you are now so invested in your own confidence. You have so much faith in your ability to overcome any obstacles, to take whatever resources you have and create what it is you want and desire, that you are confident in moving on, in taking a leap in a new direction, in accepting something that you would have considered totally risky in the past. You are now able to open yourself to that experience and to head off, regardless of what others say, into this new area of heart, faith, growth, belief in yourself, a sense of purpose in this new opportunity that is emerging throughout the springtime for you. I'm going to clarify the Four of Wands in April with the Two of Cups and the Devil card. This is interesting because I see a couple of different things happening. One is this incredible sense of balance within you, this sense of being able to assert yourself and articulate what it is you need and want, and take the actions towards that at the same time that you are balancing this ability to receive, to sit back and appreciate the rewards of your efforts. This internal balance is what is opening up the doors to you to better understand that you've always had choices in your life, and you're really seeing how far you've come from perhaps a very conventional, traditional structure in your life where you were expected to feel the expectations of others, to conform in their need for you to perform a certain task or experience. You now recognize that you have built up your own sense of expectations, of skills, talents, of who you are and what your values are, and those are becoming primary for you. Understanding that the taking responsibility for yourself and your experience is what is always on offer, and you now feel that you have earned the ability to really understand what works best for you and what in fact is a part of an old toxic pattern that has plagued you for a long time. Understanding that this is a gradual process that you are experiencing in April. In May, we are clarifying the Eight of Wands with the Page of Pentacles and the Three of Pentacles. This is really speaking about your ability to collaborate on purpose. your openness to building towards new things, your willingness to learn the skills that you believe are going to complement not only the group, the effort, the project that you're working on, the problem that needs solving, but also that complements your sense of competency, your ability to do what you need to do and to be able to take the best and deliberate steps forward in any plan that you're creating. So you're open to learning new skills that are making it more intentional, your collaborations, your work with others to be more intentional. And again, really focused on elevating the quality of whatever product or service or effort that you've been a part of, making something more valuable, more excellent, and of greater value to others. In June, the the Nine of Swords is clarified by the Nine of Wands and the Nine of Pentacles. This is very interesting. Nines represent a kind of perfection. They're the last single-digit number, and they represent the end of a particular cycle. So here, you are ending the cycle of suffering. You are substituting the sense of being failing, the sense of disappointment and heartache with a sense of capacity, of working endlessly to invest yourself in those things that you know are right for you. And this is part of what is building your independence. This is definitely economic independence that puts you in this really ideal position for you to have something left over so that you are willing to invest. You're willing to grow your rewards, to put your residuals into new projects, new opportunities in a way that doesn't jeopardize your stability. And that is critical to you because it is important to you, Taurus, to be able to stand on your own 2 feet. And in that way, you have an immense amount of pride in what you have been able to grow for yourself from a very challenging beginning. I'm going to finish up this reading for you, Taurus, with an oracle card, and hope that if you've enjoyed this reading, you will like and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all your comments, donations, support, and love of all sorts that I receive from you. So I'm pulling happiness. I'm aware that being happy means that I am on the right path. I hope this has been useful to you, Taurus. I look forward to seeing you next time. Until then, Namaste.